These are all the same cookie recipe, except the butter. Baking is basically a chemistry experiment. Every ingredient affects the final texture. So today we're figuring out which butter method actually makes the best cookies. We'll be testing the use of the 3 most common state of butter that people use to make cookies, including room temperature, melted, and brown. They're not melted and brown yet, so let's start with prepping the butter. Let's start with just melted butter. It shouldn't be too hot for this one. Just a very low heat. Keep stirring so it doesn't burn. Well, I guess this is done. Now on to the tricky part. This is the brown butter. Just melt it first. Whoa, it's foaming up. Yes, I need to wait for it to turn brown. Wish me luck. It smells nutty though, but it's not brown yet. Patience. Can I stop right now? I'm so scared of it burning. It smells real good though. It's not exactly brown. Have some spice in the butter. Okay. I think we're good. It smells like caramel. I think this should be enough to prove that point. Let both of them cool down. Oh, it is kind of brown now. For the sake of experiment, we're starting with cold butter. We gotta mix butter with the sugar first. So cookie dough, for cold butter, I don't think you need to put it in the fridge to chill first, but for the sake of experiment, gotta treat all of them the same, you know? So I'll leave this in the fridge. Now time for room temperature butter. This is hopeless. I can't do the too small a batch in this stand mixer. Let's just mix it by hand. Looks more liquidy than the last one. This one is a lot more sticky and heavy. Putting this in the fridge, covering it first. We'll wait a few hours. For the melted butter and brown butter, I'm just gonna mix by hand because my batch is too small for a stand mixer. This is so soft. Next time I'm gonna make a bigger batch and use the stand mixer. I'm doing this small batch all for you guys, you know. This looks way oilier than the last two. Hopefully it's nice and chewy. Last one is brown butter. See the brown specks at the bottom? I think I did it right. Well, texture-wise it's similar to the melted butter for now. But we'll see. Smells like caramel already. The brown butter one is drier than the last one for some reason. Like less soft. I think because some of the butter evaporated. Let's just try this first. Now the cookie dough have been in the fridge for 2.5 hours. And I let it rest in room temperature for another 15 minutes. Now let's start. I think I did something wrong, guys. This is not what I was expecting. I thought the melted butter ones, which is these ones, would be more spread out, but turns out these ones are more spread. Did I do something wrong? This is the brown butter one. So I thought about what I did. I think it's because I used the stand mixer to mix these ones. Both are stand mixer though, so you can still see the difference. But for these two, I didn't use stand mixer. And there's definitely less butter for the brown butter one. I guess it's because there's less liquid, so it doesn't spread as well. We'll do a round 2 to test that out again. Now let's try them first. Let's start with this one here. This is the first one with cold butter. This is way thicker and more cakey, I think. And then the second one is room temperature. It spreads way better, but I think it's because I whipped it. It spread way thinner, which is usually the type I like. This is the melted butter. And let's compare with the first one. And then lastly, the brown butter one, which is, I'm not sure why it doesn't spread. Oh, soft, gooey. Looks similar. I'll have to do a taste test. Let's compare the cold butter and room temperature. I like the spread one more because it's thinner, so the edges are more crispy, more caramelly, but soft inside, and slightly more cakey than this one. Since they're both whipped with their mixer, I think it's safe to say that this one spread better than this. Taste-wise, it's the same. For the melted butter, well, it instantly tastes more buttery. Like a hint of caramel, though it doesn't have that crisp that this one has. And this one is instantly more nutty. Now onto the brown butter. It's like caramel. It's a caramel taste, though it's not a spread. And this one is slightly nutty, and this one just tastes like way stronger caramelly flavor. But you can taste it in the afternote. Like toffee. The brown butter definitely have more obvious caramel flavor than the normal one. Also more sweet. Since the first two kind of taste the same, it's just how much is spread. I'm gonna try the room temperature one again. Definitely the melted butter. In the fridge. Now for brown butter. To compensate for the evaporated liquid, I'm gonna add a little bit of milk. Now it's done. Let's wait 2 hours and see. Ready for baking. Look at the difference. It's more spread out this time, but because it's way bigger than the last one. Last one was like 55 grams, this one is like 70, so it is a bit thicker. But I baked it for 1 extra minute. This is the brown butter one. I'm not sure why it's still more chunky, that it doesn't spread. Maybe liquid ratio is still not right for the brown butter, but we'll compare the taste and texture. Let's start with melted butter. Ooh, this time is way more spread than the last one. Crispy edges, chewy middle, put less sugar as well. And then brown butter, definitely not as spread, but I bet the taste would be way better. Oh, very soft, very soft. So soft, so much more depth in the flavor. Taste-wise, I definitely like the brown butter better, but I don't know why it doesn't spread. If you have any tips, please comment below and let me know, because I really want to fix this. But now after I tried a few cookies, though I like the taste of the brown butter more initially, I think it's more heavy and it gets, like, I can't have too much. It feels heavy and rich. So I guess for me, when I'm making cookies, I'll actually pick melted butter. It's also easier to control the liquid as well, and less work.